Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking bourbon.
Tennessee whiskey. Boom.
It's kind of a bourbon, it's kind of a Tennessee whiskey, it's kind of crazy. But here's what we have.
Get a little Jack Daniels flight here.
You know what we don't have, because we actually don't own it, is the basic, was it number 7?
Old number 7,
Old number 7.
You know what's funny is I actually had a little mini bottle.
Yeah, I think that went...
Drank it at some point. So we decided we'd just do for the hell of it, let's do a couple of different Jack Daniels products. Actually, kind of cool to do ones besides the regular one that everybody's had.
Exactly. So this is what's called Gentleman Jack. It's an 80 proof, but they call it extra mellowed or double mellowed? Double mellowed.
I think it goes through the Lincoln County process twice, which is filtering the whiskey through maple charcoal, like filtering it through.
Sugar maple.
Sugar maple, yeah. Which I actually learned, I was on their website, I thought that was just like a filtering process where they just poured it through there and went about there. It takes like 2 to 3 days for it to go through the whole process.
Well, I think they do a lot at a time.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it takes a long time for it to actually make its way through. So it does interact quite a bit.
Now this one does say old number 7, but we think it is different. It's
86 proof, I believe.
86 proof White Rabbit.
So this one, as far as I know, and I think it says on here, this is it's a little kind of tip of the hat to the White Rabbit Saloon that had something to do with the history of Jack Daniels. Yeah. As I'm sitting here trying to remember it, I'm just going to openly admit that I can't remember what the deal is.
Well, I mean...
I think it's only available in Tennessee, though.
Oh.
So we just decided to throw that one in here just for the heck of it.
Sure. Next up, we have a single barrel. This is a 94 proof single barrel. We both have actually had this one. It is excellent. And lastly, just because we can't leave good things alone, what do we say?
Single barrel proof. It's 133 and some change. Can you read that?
I can't.
So I can't do these mini bottles anymore. I can't see
133.6.
All right.
That's heavy.
All right. Well, let's start out with the 80 proofer here, Gentleman Jack.
Gentleman Jack. Probably have a picture of Frank Sinatra or something in the background at some point.
No, you got to only do that for the Sinatra Select. I mean, you pay a premium for that one, so.
I almost bought that one time. And
decent nose on it. Really oaky, actually.
Really? I was getting maple syrup.
Well, it's got some of that too, but I really feel like there's a lot of wood notes there. That may come from the charcoal mellowing.
Sure.
All right, let's get into it because we've got 4 of them here.
Right.
So. That is a little mapley on the...
I think it is mapley.
Palate, yeah.
So they say, and it is often said, that that sugar maple Lincoln County process filtering does not impart any flavor.
It's just supposed to mellow it out?
Just to mellow it and take away some of the molecules and really kind of change the character of the whiskey. I always get a slightly different flavor out of Jack Daniels than your traditional bourbon.
Or even your traditional Brown Forman product.
Right.
It's a little bit different.
And but it's really hard to describe what's different about it because it's very bourbony. Like it's in the same.
Oh yeah,
family.
for sure. It's just even different bourbons have their different flavors. Sure. I mean, we've gone over this according to NAFTA legally.
Yeah, it is a bourbon and it's
and it's made.
But the reality is it's exceptional. They're all really, really good.
I like Jack Daniels products. I mean, some of the basic stuff is a little basic, but
sure,
they definitely have some great stuff.
All right, White Rabbit.
All right, definitely a jump up. That extra 6 proof points kind of jumps out of the glass.
It does.
Similar flavor notes, a little more brown sugary.
I was almost thinking toffee, but I'm not sure if it'll be there on the tongue.
Pretty similar, a little more bite to this one.
Yes.
Even aside from the proof, I think there's a little more bite in the flavor. And maybe that is
It feels like the oak spice is more aggressive.
Yeah, it does. And maybe this is meant to be mellowed to be smoother.
Sure.
You know?
And this is a tad harsher, but harsher is actually, I think, more interesting in this case.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, this one's not bad. Like I said, I think the only difference between this and the regular Jack Daniels is the 6 proof points. I don't know if there's anything other than that.
It's actually really good. I'm really impressed with that one today. Single barrel.
All right, I'm gonna get a little sip of water here.
Oh, peer pressure. '94.
94 proof. I don't know what the age is on their single barrels, but they do. Every time I've had them, I've really, really enjoyed them.
They certainly don't come across as young.
No. Oh, yeah, that's got a ton of flavor. Or a ton of...
I don't even know how to describe it.
Smell.
Like, it is so...
A little bit of honey going on in this one. Honey, caramel, a little vanilla.
Rich.
Really rich and sweet.
Yeah.
Not so much barrel notes, though. It's a lot more candy. All right, let's
I don't know.
let her rip here.
It's got like a chocolate type richness and density. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, that's got a lot of flavor at 94 proof. It's got a ton of flavor, but it doesn't really have...
I don't think it's a kick, the alcohol kick.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. It doesn't really have the kick to it. Like, I feel like...
It's got a really, really nice wood, like the wood sugars or wood.
It's got it more on the taste, not so much on the
agreed.
on the smell, but definitely on the palate it does.
But then a real creaminess and almost like chocolate kind of note.
It's got more of a mouthfeel than I would expect. But yeah, this one, I think if you wanna, this would be a great one for somebody easing up into a higher proof, you know, if they're used to like 80 or 86 and they wanna jump up a little bit, because I feel like you're getting a lot of the flavors without quite as much of that kick.
Yeah, very approachable.
Yeah, this is good. I need to get a bottle of this on my shelf. I do have a bottle of this on my shelf, which is a different one. I think mine's 130 proof.
You have 2 of them.
I have the Coy Hill one, but that's a whole different animal.
It is an animal.
All right, let's get into this. What was this, 133.9?
6, I think.
133.6 proof.
I'm getting the same nose. Kind of smells this one, and I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah,
like
it's a little bit of honey again.
Yeah, honey and something else. There's a smell there that I just can't name.
Which a lot of times that honey I sort of get on higher proof stuff. High proof honey. All right, let's go for it here.
All right. Wow.
Oh, that's so good. You know what? For the 133.6, that's all flavor and no kick. I mean, there's kick to it, but I mean, like the flavor really outweighs
really does.
The burn.
The mouthfeel and the buttery smoothness of it.
Oh God, that's outstanding. That's so good.
It is so good.
We've talked before about when you get like a cast strength or a higher proof, or just, you know, proofing to a certain level, I guess on any level. It's, you know, obviously as you proof down the ethanol kick, you're proofing down the flavors. And some whiskeys are maybe better at balancing that. Like, I feel like they don't all proof down equally. Some of them, the water wins out and, you know, you just lose everything. Some of them, you lose some flavor, but it still has that burn that's a little too high for its proof. This is a perfect balance in the sense that, I mean, I love the high proof punch in the face, but this actually...
I think it has more flavor than the
got
burn.
More flavor than burn, yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing.
It really does.
Good finish. The finish is like a dry oak with a little bit of black pepper burn. Just to let you know you're drinking something with a little bit higher proof point. You may catch on fire.
Or maybe we've just gotten to the point we can't even feel it anymore.
I don't think so. We're not there yet.
But yeah, that's just...
If Minute can do it, we can do it.
If what?
If Minute can do it, we can do it.
Right. God, it's so good. These, so we've done a review of this, or we did Stag Junior versus
that's right.
single barrel proof. I don't know if we're just lucky, but we can find these. These are obviously, you may have noticed, smaller bottles.
Yeah.
Just a couple 375s you picked up for just to try them.
Yeah, in Total Wine they had those.
The normal size of the 750 of the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof runs about $70 here. It's available in a lot of places.
It is.
I saw a couple of them today.
Sure.
You know, just being out and about.
Yeah.
So I think in that regard, we're kind of lucky because I'm not sure everybody, from what I understand, some of the comments that we got
like, where do you find that?
on the video, yeah, so they just can't find it anywhere. So I don't know how regional it is, if there's certain spots in the country where it's everywhere. And
yeah.
so maybe there are a couple things we do luck out on.
Could be.
In Minnesota.
It is available in Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So in summary, or you have more to say?
Well, I was going to say this is one of the better, like this is an allocated bourbon kicker, you know?
So we've also referred to this as like a punches above its weight.
But it's got a lot of weight to it. I mean, I don't know what the age is, but 133 proof.
But it's less than, let's say, $80. It's $70 or so.
Yep,
it's
65 to 70.
It's available essentially everywhere, any nice liquor store. Most
around
most
here.
of the time. Yeah, around here. Yeah, if you're hunting for a bunch of, you know, well-known stuff that you never see.
Especially if you're looking for like a Stag Junior.
Yeah.
You know, that you want that high proof punch in the teeth sort of thing. Get one of these if you see them.
And when we say that, it's not like it tastes the same. Yes, of course, this is going to taste different than a Stag Junior, but it tastes freaking amazing. So there it goes.
I opted against blending anything with that because it's just too damn good. So
I think I agree with you. I'm gonna I'll do the 3 on the right.
this is our new thing. Every time we compare bourbons, just got to blend them at the end. But now I just drank 133 proof, and I'm going to go down to a blend of 80 to 94.
86 and 94 if you do the math based on, you know, proportions. You get
It's just under 300 proof.
just under 300 proof.
Yeah. We are math aficionados here at the Bourbon Note.
And once again, that's amazing. It's toffee. It's maybe a tad too watered down. It could use 4 more proof points.
Do you know what this smells like? It smells like all 3 of these bourbons blended together. It really does. I'm getting like all the individual things that I got off each bottle.
Like, it's really fragrant. I still struggle to come up with what I'm getting off of this one. And that one. There's a smell there that I genuinely like recognize. And yes, honey it's associated with it. I don't know if it's like a floral honeysuckle kind of thing, but there's something there.
Yeah, it's definitely, I know what you're talking about. That's the one that note I've kind of compared to like the Bido honey candy.
Oh, yeah,
it's almost like honey,
be.
caramel, and then maybe almost like a little vanilla too.
And there's something there.
Yeah.
You may be on the right track.
But the blend is pretty good too, but you know, these are basics. You know, the Gentleman Jack, I think, is made for people who want something smoother and lighter proof, but you know what? They don't charge $50 a bottle for it.
They charge a little bit more, but the reality is it's just Gentleman Jack that they've gone through the Lincoln County process twice.
Yeah.
So
what is the price on this? Like $35?
I don't even think it's that high.
Is it? Okay.
It's a couple dollars more than your regular Jack Daniel's. And it's essentially, you know, just...
It's an easy drinking, lower proof whiskey that doesn't cost $50.
But I think it's also actually a gift whiskey. Like, it's...
Are you picking up on my...
Oh, well, we made references in recent videos to overcharging for
yes,
bottles that look good on the shelf, but maybe don't live up to
the price point.
The price point, or can't justify the liquid inside.
Yep, and this one we just did for the hell of it, because why not? But I think it's only available in Tennessee.
Yeah.
But yeah, these two... Like I said, the regular single barrel, I think it runs in the mid 40s or around 40 or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's a great one for someone to kind of explore a little bit higher proof, you know, just to get that higher proof, to get the extra flavors, but the alcohol isn't overwhelming on it. Yep. And then this one is just amazing, outstanding.
I honestly think these two need to be on people's shopping list.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe it's different in different parts of the country, but
100% agree.
I think if you're interested in something that's quite unique. Yeah, I know Jack Daniel's technically legally isn't a bourbon in certain, you know, definitions, but it drinks like a bourbon. It tastes like a bourbon and drinks like a bourbon.
Yeah. And these just come across, well, this one obviously because it's so high proof and I'm sure they both have decent age, but just comes across as a really good quality.
Yeah, and this one in particular, the mouthfeel, the flavors, the age, the proof point, this is genuinely a top tier exceptional whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's one of the best out there as far as available stuff that you can just go purchase. You know, again,
It's genuinely great.
most allocated stuff that I've had is not as good as this.
Right, I agree.
So, all right, well, this has been some Jack Daniel's products that we're obviously fans of on the Bourbon Note. I'm Ben.
I'm still Greg. Cheers.